Hello everyone, this is Grandmaster Priyadharshan here at Gaja, and I'm at a very important historic chess location today, I would say, at the Mechanics Institute in San Francisco. So Mechanics is the oldest chess club in the America, basically North and South America combined, and I'm just kind of going to show a tour of how it is. And today is August 19th, 2025. From 5:30 to 6:30, I'm giving a talk at Mechanics here, kind of like a chess lecture, talk one of my games and some tips. So really, really, great to be here. Such a historic place. So here's going to be a tour of this place. So as you can see, basically the Mechanics Institute library and chess room. So there's also a library on one of the floors below. Um, it's from 1854, and it's a 150-year building. I mean, slightly more than 150, because 2004 they had their 150th year, and now we are at 2025. So a long, long history of this club and a lot of members here. And so I was talking to the one of the kind of the organizers here at the Mechanics Institute. So it seems the location of the club in 1850s was somewhere like next door. But in the early 1900s, there was a huge earthquake in San Francisco. So then they kind of like redid the building and they built this current building was built in early 1900s. And as you can see, some pairings are here, so they have regular chess activities throughout, and some very historic pictures over here. And there's actually a lot of significance behind this particular picture, because this picture was the first kind of, like, let's say, telegram chess, it seems, and this was played between the San Francisco Chess Club and Los Angeles. And this is somewhere in the 1890s, I think this picture is, or somewhere around that. Actually 1926, my bad, this one. So the thing was, they had, as you can see, there's a line in between. It is to indicate the players of Los Angeles Chess Club from the other end, and the other side you see the players from San Francisco. And as you can see, the moves were sent via telegram. So you can see the first correspondence chess kind of thing, in a way. Very historic, I would say. And there's also a very historic picture from the 1923 championship. And, there is some very interesting history, it seems. So this gentleman you see over here, as you can see, if I'm just going to read it, his name was like Co-winner Whittaker. I'm reading it from this paragraph. Co-winner Whittaker looks the model of respectability in this photo. This was hardly the case. He spent his life in and out of prison for various cons, including extorting money in 1932 from Charles and Anne Morrow Lindbergh. And this Mr. Lindbergh is a very historic, if you Google, you'll figure it out. He has a lot of history, and kind of thing. So it's a kind of an interesting picture. You have a very old picture with a lot of historical context with legendary people in it. And here we have the main door, members only, Mechanic Institute Chess Club. Their hours are 10 to 6, it seems, weekdays, and some general chess tips over here, what you could do inside and so on. And this is the room for the TDs here. And there's also two more historic pics I want to show before I go further. So one of the world champions who had played here is obviously Vasily Smyslov in 76, and the other world champions who have visited this institute includes Capablanca, Lasker, Alekhine, Yu, Dahl, Petrosian, Spassky, Fischer, Karpov. And, Spassky in this particular picture, in 76, he had given the Simul here, and he played 30 people, scored 18 wins, 3 losses, and 9 draws. So, fairly tough opponents, I would say, to score. And some picture from 2004 here, and all this. And let's read this before further. So the oldest operating chess club in the United States, and So, as they say, the chess club is the oldest continuously operating chess club since 1854. And a lot of things have changed, as you can read it in this document, but the club is still going strong, active with so much chess activity. They showed me how the library is, and I saw some amazing books. There was one book that Marshall had written on his own games. It was a beautiful place. The library, it's like 2 floors below. I just took one picture of one of the books that I found interesting, and here we are into the club. So we have a bunch of details of different things over here and here, and a lot of historical cutouts of different things, and something interesting they have. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. There's a village near Kerala called Marotichal, where chess is like uh, literally a hobby of a whole village or a town, and they have a cutout of that here. Interesting Indian connection to this. And some amazing pictures have been here. Let me show them around as well. So as you can see, it's a fantastic place to play chess. Some members are playing, and I was told about 48 chessboards they can have. So in this hall, 40, and there's 2 small rooms, and some really historic pictures over here. And you can see Capablanca in this picture on the left, in which I'm zooming. World champion, former world champion Capablanca. There was a picture of Fischer here, and a lot of legends over here. I think this is how the club looked long ago. Kind of an old picture of the club. And yeah, a lot of great pictures. And this is 1995 Pan Pacific Grandmaster. So some of the players I could recognize. I think one of it is Zijun here, and Zijun I think is this on the picture. And also there was, yeah, this is I think an important picture. You have Mihail Tal playing over here at the club. So Tal was also a visitor at this historic club, and there are a bunch of chess legends in this pic as well over here, and a lot of chess books inside the club as well. And as I said, I was told they have a huge library, more than 10,000 books chess books in the library, and a lot of chess activity, chess sets, like a demo board, and I was told their oldest member currently is somewhere around 90 years old, and they have young members as well, like 5-6 years old. And this is interesting. I'm not sure what really this means, but a lot of, I think, member names are over here, and some very famous names we can see. Patrick Wolf name is there, John Donaldson, D. Fermion. Maybe I should ask them what exactly it means, because I see a lot of legendary player names along with other players' name as well. So maybe these are players who visited the club historically and so on. So this is basically like a challenge board, it seems. So the players on the left are like the really strong players historically of the club, and the players on the right, maybe this board is not fully updated yet, but it has like kind of the older player, like not so strong back then when they were doing. So interesting. I don't think they're using it, but the cool thing about this club is a lot of historical stuff. They're still preserving it. That's what I really like. Some, I think, a festival from '99. I see Ilya Smerengurovich, Zinyashvili. Very nice.
Anyway. I mean, you can ask Elliot, because he's on here too.
And also a lot of historic pictures here. So you have that one of the Capablanca pictures here, and then obviously Sam Shankland, who is a regular at the club here. A Tarash picture, but I was told Tarash was not really here, but Tarash picture is here. And there are some other historic pictures. Maybe it's locked. I'll show this room later. Some interesting Can you help me open this door? I would like to see the picture. He explained it to me. I mean, he explained it to me, or just like, oh, it's just simply cloth. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
There's some really good pictures on there.
Yeah, and so this is a very interesting picture. I've heard the story before. It's basically I am Jeremy Silman and Michael Tall. So it seems when Tall was in US and they asked him like, hey, where do you want to visit in US? Like it's like your first time in the US and so on. And Michael Tall was like, I would like to go to the Disneyland. That's like the only place I want to go. So it's very nice, March 1988. I am Jeremy Silman, famous chess author and former world champion. Tall, and you have Petrosian here. A picture, Petrosian. Some, I think Robert Brown is over here. Spassky is here. And it's actually a lot of historical context to this picture because it seems this was in 2004, and when Spassky was giving the simul, he had his, and for players who don't know, Spassky is obviously a world champion, legend of the game. He had a stroke when he was giving the simul. That was his first stroke, so kind of some historical, interesting context to that. And then a lot of interesting pics over here. A lot of chess players, memories, pictures. Uh, and as I was saying earlier, by telegraph, now they play chess by telegraph. Chicago and San Francisco, they played against each other. Nice memories. And John Donaldson, he's the manager, captain of the U.S. Olympic team often. So he's from this area, and was a board member or an active member of the club till very recently, it seems. So that's nice. And you have a very big blown out big picture of Tall over there, and some other history as well here. So former US champion John Graff. I was told he's the only US champion. I might be wrong, but I was told that he's the only US champion who was an IM and became a champion. Generally, you had the GMs being the world champion. And the original rules of this room over here. So kind of a fairly, it says 1911, so about, you see 1911, so about 114 years ago, these rules were formed. A lot of rules have changed, but still very historic. Yeah. Yeah.
One more.
Oh.
This is the other player from the Warriors. Their
Oh.
center right now, Quinton Post.
Oh, okay.
Who plays in our tournaments.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's the one who's like 1300, you said,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
Steph Curry came, but he really came just to support like our
Okay.
work with kids.
Okay.
Not really a chess
Yeah,
player, but
yeah.
Quinton Post,
That's nice.
actually a chess player.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Good. And then, yes, so here is something very interesting. So this gentleman, immediately when I saw the picture, I was curious who it is, and I was asking the organizer here, and he said his name is Paul Whitehead. Kind of interesting picture here, as you can see the Krishna, and most likely he was part of ISKCON, I think, the Hare Krishna movement. So backstory that I heard was when he joined Hare Krishna, basically they had said, hey, you can't play chess anymore, even though he used to visit the club. And then, so he stopped playing chess. But then they said, if you win any prize money playing chess, you have to give it to kind of charity or give it back. So then he again was a regular at the club. And one interesting history that this gentleman has, it seems, is that I think this is Jay Whitehead. So he had a brother who was called Paul Whitehead. And Kasparov, when he played his first Open tournament long ago, Mr. Whitehead, he had a better performance than Kasparov. So it's like the only ever time that might have happened. Yeah, sure. So that's like the only ever time that someone outperformed Kasparov, and that's like the first time that Kasparov played in the US, specific to US context, I'm saying. So that's something. You have Robert Brown pictures over here, and Peter Biasas, I think a club player here. And yeah, the cool thing is there's so much history in the club, and at the same time they have some February 97 chess life and some nice things here. yeah, so that's basically a very kind of a 15-minute tour of the Mechanics Institute Chess Club in San Francisco. So if you've ever visiting um, San Francisco or US, and if you are a chess fan, I would absolutely say you should visit this place. It's a huge honor for me that I'm giving a talk here at a chess club that's been around for basically what, like 170 years. That just shows how beautiful the game of chess is, and really proud to be at a location with so much chess history. Yeah, signing off is Priyadarshan. I'll make maybe some more videos of this club, but I hope you all enjoyed it.